What is good, y'all? What up? What up? What up? It's your boy Junior coming at you live. You already know what we're about to get into. We are live out of the south side of Atlanta. You already know what the vibes is. You understand what I'm saying? You already know. But a few things I want to touch on. You understand what I'm saying? Before I get into any of my topics. You understand what I'm saying? Um, it's good to be back. You know what I'm saying? I've been back for about a week and a half now. It's good to be back. Phenomenal. You understand what I'm saying? Probably a little bit less than a week, but it's good to be back. You understand what I'm saying? So, a few things. It's good to be back in my bed. Oh my goodness. Y'all do not understand. Word. Y'all do not understand how good it feels to be in my own bed again. Like, I was literally dreaming about this when I was in the field. Like, literally, like, couldn't go nowhere, couldn't do anything at all. You understand what I'm saying? We was in the heat. First of all, I didn't even know that Wisconsin gets that hot. That's number one. Um, but other than that, it was cool. We about to get into all the whole. My bad, pop my arm. We about to get into the whole scheme of what was going on. It was fun. We about to get into the whole thing of AT annual training. We're about to get into the whole scheme of things. You understand what I'm saying? So it was not all um it was not all like being out in the heat. I mean, in some cases it was, but at the same time, I just was like, okay, this is what I'm learning about me. This is what I'm learning, right? And give me 1 second. You know what I'm saying? I'm parched right now. I ain't gonna hold you. Since I resigned from my job, you guys, I've been drinking a lot more healthy alternatives, like more healthier beverages, right? So I got the tropical juice right here. You understand what I'm saying? Little stuff, little something to quench my thirst. You understand? I'm trying to lay off the Mountain Dews, whatever. Only reason why I've been on the Mountain Dews lately, the only reason why is because it has caffeine in it, which kept me up, which kept me going. You know what I'm saying? Kept me going. But now that I work for myself and I work for the military, you understand what I'm saying? But I do, you know what I'm saying, work for myself, you know, that's what the channel is basically about. Yeah, I don't have to really be up like as I need to be up as far as like that is concerned, like a 9 to 5, what have you. And nothing wrong with the 9 to 5. Get your money, nothing wrong with that at all. But yeah, I've switched it up to where I'm drinking more of the orange juice, water. Um, I do still drink the Mountain Dew every so often, but not as heavy as I used to do it. You understand what I'm saying? Not nearly as heavy. It's just to keep the caffeine in the Mountain Dew is what kept me up. So now that I'm working for myself for real, I still I have to have alternatives. But yeah, let me get something to drink and then we're gonna talk about Wisconsin and the whole annual training and what have you, as y'all probably seen on my actual channel, whatever, of me being there. So give me 1 second, hold on. Mm. And then another thing, I have to start eating more heavier foods because they kept feeding us MREs. Like when you're out in the field, they kept we kept getting fed MREs or whatever. Like if you saw my actual YouTube channel, my videos, um, my weight was fluctuating. My weight one day it was down, lost weight. The next day it was up because they fed us meals. They fed us meals for a few days and then like 4 days straight you eating MREs. Like it's like your weight was fluctuating, right? So other than that, I was we was out in the field just doing field shit. You know what I'm saying? We had the tent. I wanted to throw my shit away. Like after a while, y'all seen the tent, whatever. It was the green tent. I wanted throwing that shit away. I'm not about to deal with Amazon and that whole, you know what I'm saying, get your money back scenario. I'm not about to Amazon be going through some anyway. Shout out to Amazon. I fuck with them. I be getting a lot of my stuff from Amazon. But yeah, I didn't want to have to go through that. But bro, let's talk about this heat. Wisconsin got some of the worst heat I ever experienced, bro. That dry heat, that dry shit, bro. They have some of the worst heat. I did not know. First of all, Wisconsin is by Chicago, bro. It is by the Windy City. Wisconsin is closest to the north as you can get from any northern city outside where I'm from. You understand what I'm saying? Wisconsin, that heat is insane. It's insane. I'm just like, bro. Why the hell is it nearly 100 degrees outside? We're in the Midwest where it gets cold. But yeah, so oh shit. What up, gamer? What up, though? But yeah, Wisconsin gets hot, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, and yo, like my bad. I ain't did a YouTube live in a minute, but I just came from training I was about to say a week and a half ago. But yeah, it gets hot. It gets hot in Wisconsin, and then I only did my job one time. One time. I only did my job, and I'm about to change my MOS, by the way. I don't like being in the office. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like doing office work. I'm gonna switch my MOS in a minute, like pretty soon, pretty shortly. I don't like office. We was out in the field. We had to use porta potties, the latrines, the same thing as basic training. Everybody said that shit too. They was like, bro, this feel like we back at basic. It does. It really does. It feels like you're back at basic training again. So we did that. Um, Bro, we literally we pulled security. That shit was fun. Pulling security, you had your M4, bro. If I could literally record what was going on, that was fun as hell. Like when we had to pull, we was in like the prone position to where we had our weapons out like that. Everybody was scattered in different directions, whatever like that. That shit felt like basic training all over again. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I'm in the army, by the way. But yeah, so we had to pull security all over again. Like we was in the Humvees, we was pulling security in that, and we had the little walkie talkies and all that. Bro, that shit was fun. I ain't gonna lie. That part is fun. Um, the only thing I don't like about this military experience, the number one thing I don't like is lack of communication and misinformation. That's the main two things I don't like. Other than that, stuff is fire. Stuff is fire. You are. So that's the only thing I don't like. Other than that, I like driving the Humvees, fixing on them. But yeah, I need to be outside a lot more. Either I'm gonna change my MOS to like helicopter pilot, truck driver, or I think it's what 91 Bravo if I'm not mistaken. If that's the mechanics or what have you. But I need to be out in the field. I can't be no 92 Yankee. I'm gonna reclass on my MOS pretty soon. I gotta be out in the field doing some shit. I even thought about doing infantry. I ain't gonna lie. I hear there's a lot of favoritism and lazy people. That is a fact. Man, I've only been at this unit for 2 months and it's already becoming cliquish. Things on Israel, anyway, it's already becoming very cliquish in the service. Like, bro, like, people got, you're right, people do got favorites and all that. Like, that is a thing in the military. People got favorites. People are around who they want to be around. What else? You got people that they use their power to their advantage, and you simply got people that don't want to do nothing but collect a paycheck. That's what, like, when I was out in the field, you had most of our unit doing all the stuff. When, even like when we was there, you had everybody else like chilling. Our unit was like back and forth, which I don't mind. Like I was looking for some stuff to do and all that stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm eventually change my MOS because I have to keep doing something. You understand what I'm saying? But other than that, I was just like in the higher ups don't care. Um, it depends. It depends. Some higher ups care, some don't. Some higher ups care, some don't. Like when you're in this lifestyle, you just got to get used to a lot of shit. A lot of favoritism is a thing. People think they can get away with bending, like, not only get away with the rules, but people bend the rules. You understand? People bend the rules to their liking. People pick and choose who can get away with what. It's like the civilian world. Just like the civilian world, but you in the military. Bro, the military is just like a regular 9 to 5. People pick and choose who can get away with what. And when, like, the higher ups don't care about what you got going on, like your shaving and all that, they don't care about what you got going on until their boss is looking at them. Because I remember a colonel and a captain or a major and a general came in to see what we got going on, bro. Everybody scattered. Everybody now want to go by the book. I'm like, bro, are you serious? Are you serious? So now you want to go by the book. Word. That goes to show about people's integrity. You still gotta do the right thing when no one's watching, but don't nobody really go by that mindset for real. You understand? So yeah, I've been experiencing a lot since I've been in the military shit, but I'm low key, as much as I'm still thinking about doing active duty. I ain't gonna lie, like this. I have to get out the unit I'm in. It does not fit my leadership, like it doesn't fit my the way I do my leadership style, if that makes sense. You understand what I'm saying? Like I remember, I'm not gonna name no names, but I remember when why did you join? Why did you? I mean, I joined for a few reasons, but it's not the military as a whole. It's just a few bad eggs, if that makes sense. A few bad apples here and there. You understand? But oh yeah, by the way, I'm seeing the analytics go up of y'all wanting to join the service, and y'all been watching my videos lately. I appreciate it, and I'm glad I can help y'all. But yeah, I joined for a plethora of reasons, like just to have a different scenery, and I still want a different scenery. So I'm thinking like I'm still 9 times out of 10. I've been in for literally is coming up. Last year I graduated, so it's literally been a year. So we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens after a couple months to a year go by. But my whole plan is to switch to a different unit. That's what I plan to do. Different unit, different MOS. Um, and then I might have to fill out this packet to go AGR. That's what my next plan is. So, yeah, AGR at Guard Reserve, and then after that, I'm gonna just probably do active duty full time. I'm not sure yet. Just depend on what I want to do. Just depends. But yeah, other than that, this shit is what's going on. If you're new, put a one in the chat. If you're new, put a one in the chat. But other than that, Wisconsin was a different experience. I was there for 2.5. I was there for 2.5 weeks in Wisconsin. What would you say you enjoyed the most from your experience so far? What would I say I enjoyed the most? Being able to do some soldier shit. Being out in the field, like I don't know what people. I could be out in the rain. I could be out in the sleet. All that, as long as I got the proper equipment to keep me warm, and as long as there's proper communication, this is nothing to me. Honestly, it's a cakewalk. But it's just like that's the only thing I don't like is the lack of communication. I don't like that shit. Like at the very last minute, some plans could switch up. You know what I'm saying? Like the very last second, you think you're doing one thing, and then the next thing you know, something else changed at the very last minute. That shit is irritating. It's hell irritating. You understand? So yeah, that part. And shout out to all the National Guard that's like being deployed to different cities in the United States. Y'all be safe out there for real. To all my National Guard members, you understand? Y'all be safe out there. There's a lot of National Guard being deployed to Chicago, DC. I believe a little in California. Don't quote me on that, but basically the Chicago and DC areas like the main two I've heard of. But yeah, but the stuff that I've learned in the last few months, uh, bro, it's this military thing is different. It's mad. It's something to get used to. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot to get used to when it comes to like it's worse. Like it's like being at a 9 to 5 but on steroids, but you're just in the military because you have to abide by civilian laws, and then now you got to abide by military law. It's like so crazy, right? So that's number one, and number two is like you said, people bend the rules. Like people pick and choose what they want to do. Like I said, so like a regular 9 to 5, but it just says Army on your military uniform. That's all it says. It's a regular 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that. And then I'm going to be able to. My thing is I'm trying to use a lot of these benefits to my advantage, as far as like a loan to get a home, what have you. Not right now, but shortly. You understand what I'm saying? But other than that, that's about the main thing I got in like when we was in Wisconsin is the heat. We had MREs. We pulled security. I was gate guard. I like to volunteer. My squad leader. Um, I said squad leader. My platoon sergeant. He was like, "Which one of y'all want to do X, Y, and Z?" It was like 5 or 6 of us that raised their hand, myself included. He's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, not all at once now." But yeah, he was like, "Junior, I got you doing this radio detail, which is boring as hell. Radio detail, bro. Fuck no. That radio communications is boring as hell. You're in a Humvee for just hours until they dismiss you, whatever your time is. Uh, but yeah, other than that, bro, this man was comment crazy as hell. But other than that, it was cool. Um, what's the nastiest? I don't uh I don't know what the nastiest MRE is. I'm not sure. I don't really know. Um, you just eat. Cause I picked out the ones that were good. The MREs. I remember one of my battle buddies. He threw up on an MRE because a lot of them MREs be expired. You know what I'm saying? So you got that. Um, but I'm not gonna lie. In Wisconsin, the temp drops. The temp does drop at night. It's nothing but flat land. Literally, it's flat. Everything's flat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So when it comes to that, expired MREs, that's wild. It is wild. Um, they served as regular food. Like I said, my weight was fluctuating up and down when I was up there. Like since I got back, I've been eating like actual like food. I got food right here. Um, but I've been eating actual food. You understand what I'm saying? And then I got we have the ACFT, which is the Army Physical Fitness Test. Whatever that test is for like the physical stuff. We got that in October coming up, so I've been training for that. What else? That's about when it comes to Wisconsin. There's nothing to do out there. We then at the last minute we was in the barracks. At the last minute we would like, if y'all see my actual channel, we were out in the field for 8 days without a shower, bro. I'm gonna repeat what I just said. We were out in the field 8 days without a shower. So you can just imagine what the female soldiers was going through. I'm not gonna say TMI, but you can only imagine what they were going through. So a lot of females was getting called sick call or what have you. A lot of female soldiers, you understand? So all we had was literally like baby wipes and stuff like that to like, you know what I'm saying, hit the hot spots and stuff, you know. How's your living quarters? My man had mold all over his place. I'm in the reserves, but I'm putting in the packet to go AGR pretty soon. But yeah, I'm not in the barracks yet, but it wouldn't hurt to be, you understand what I'm saying? Once I do go AGR pretty soon. And then, like, if I ever do AGR, I'm probably going to just go full-fledged active. Because I ain't gonna lie, I want to get deployed. I want to. You understand what I'm saying? So, it's not a bad gig. The only thing about it is I need to learn how to cook for real. Like, I don't know how to properly do that right now. I get the battle buddies to cook and all that. I can just buy the food and they can prepare the meals and all this. I know how to do this shit. You understand what I'm saying? I know how to do this. So, yeah. Other than that, yeah. But yeah, Wisconsin was cool. We still had to pull fire guard. Bro, we did that at basic training. We still had to pull fire guard in the field. You understand? Like, that was insane. Pulling fire guard. I mean, it was still cool. I enjoyed it. One thing about being out in the field, it's a lot of clarity. It's like every time I come back from somewhere like that, it gives you clarity in your head about what your goals is and stuff like that. It gives you a lot of clarity about what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish. That's the number one thing that is beneficial, is it gives you clarity of what you want to do. You understand? So I would say that's one of the biggest things. What else? But yeah, Wisconsin, we was just checking out the motors, the generators and stuff like that, and putting gas in that. I only did my job one time when I was there, and that shit was boring. But other than that, we was in the field. It was cool. It was real cool. But yeah, like I said, I'm about to reclass and switch my MOS. Like, I can't do this. As far as like my MOS, yeah, I'm definitely about to switch. I ain't gonna lie, I thought about infantry, ranger school. I thought about, don't judge me about this shit either, but it's just like, even when I was wanting to be, at one point in my life when I wanted to be in the Marines, I wanted to do like the recon stuff. But after doing my due diligence, doing my research, people was like, a lot of people that was in the Marines joined the Army because a lot of the Army is the main branch that get all the missions, if I'm being honest with you. Out of the Navy, Air Force, Army, and Marines, like the Army is like the main branch that gets a lot of missions, and that's what my goal is. Like, I want experience. I want I just, like, I wouldn't say jump out of helicopters or whatever like that, you know what I'm saying? But that's not even off the table either. Like, I just want to be out doing stuff, like, you understand what I'm saying? But that's the main like, when I did my due diligence, I met a lot of guys in there. I met 2 or 3 guys that was in the Marines that transferred to the Army when we got back to the barracks, right? We was in the barracks for like a night and a half after the field. We was there for like I said, we was there for 2.5 weeks, going on 3 weeks. So when we was out in the barracks and stuff like that, people was ordering DoorDash or Uber Eats, whatever, back to the barracks. And this one dude was just like, there's more opportunity in the Army, and I'm glad I went to the Army instead, because a lot of people are getting out in the Marines, whatever. But Army National Guard has a lot of missions. Like, they do a lot of missions too. Like, based on what I know now, if I were to go back to like actually do, like, I wouldn't say do my research, but this one female soldier, I'm not gonna name no names, but I was telling her we was by the Humvee, or the tall LTMV, which I still want to learn how to drive and get my military license. But I was like, well, I told her about my goals, and she said, "Well, Junior, what you're talking about sounds like that's more on the active duty side. Like, you want experience, you want missions and stuff like that. You on this hoorah ish a lot, right? All that is active duty, because the reserves is more chilled and laid back. I'm on some gotta just get it done. I'm on that type of time. Like, literally, I'm all parade rest and all this extra shit, right? I'm on that, right? So she said all that is in the active duty, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. So she said you could just fill out a packet and do active duty and all that stuff, and they're promoting people real quick. So in about another year and a half, 2 years, I'll be a sergeant. That's cool. I could be an E5 and just like maintain what I got going on. I'm a specialist right now. But other than that, I'm just, being in that environment does motivate you, but the lack of communication demotivates you, in my own opinion. I don't like the lack of communication, but that demotivates Junior. I have to get information out. You understand what I'm saying? But that demotivates me to want to stay in or what have you. But other than that, I mean, so far so good. Other than that, so we'll see, because I might just full-fledged just go active duty with this. I'm not sure yet. And I got literally 2 years to think about it, because that's when my contract renews. So we'll definitely see, because I'm a baby step my way into that. Like, literally, I know what I want to do. I'm AGR, reclass my MOS. Cause I remember even when I was at AIT, it's just like I was watching what we was doing the early morning like workouts and all that stuff, right? Dude was like what they doing over there when we was doing our little morning routine. And I'm like, bro, they literally got like a beanbag log shaped thing that they're carrying. Like, they walking fast and running with it almost. And I'm like, what the hell are they doing? And then dude was like, oh, they're practicing, like, they trying out to be Rangers. Like, they're practicing to become Army Rangers. I'm like, bro, them dudes got it, bro. Like, they got it, bro. I'm not doing all that. For real. But yeah, that what was going on. I'm not gonna lie, it's certain things that I was thinking about when I was at AT. I was in my tent. Like, last week, I was just in my tent because just legit, Nothing. At some point when you're doing training, there's legit nothing else to do. The higher ups are even chilling. Nothing to do, just chill. Man, some of my same people in my platoon, we all went in our tent and went to sleep, man. Sometimes, bro, I was sweating from my neck. Like, everything was just like, imagine you're in your tent, sleep, and your whole uniform is just sweat. That's how it was. I'm in my tent and it's so hot outside. I put literally, I try to have the screen like of the wind. It's wind out there, but you're not really feeling it because you're so enclosed in this tent. Bro, it is so damn hot. And then we was in heat cap 5 to where everybody took the damn the top of the uniform off. The reason why I went like that because I got one of my uniforms right here. But everybody took the top of their uniform on, so they was under their shirt. My whole shirt was drenched. I was like, bro, this cannot, bro. And then I lost a little bit of weight when I was up there. Then I gained it back again in like a couple days. And your weight, my weight was going up and down. You understand what I'm saying? So that happened. What else? I was hoping we was like under like we was under. I remember we were under 100% security, meaning no food is getting served. Everybody's in their respective positions, waiting for a so-called enemy to strike us. That's what the mission was, right? And I'm in a CBurn unit, which hopefully I'm going to change into the next few weeks because the next drill weekend is in October. But yeah, I'm in a CBurn unit, and literally I was in the prone position with my weapon by the Humvee like this, just waiting, right? I had my M4, and they were just, bro, that shit was so fun because I was just waiting to pop. Like, we had bullets, we had blanks, but it still had the little flash at the end of the weapon, right? We had literally, we was literally by the grass. The whole training shit is like nothing but, I wouldn't say, well, it's just grassy and shit, right? So as soon as we seen something that don't look right, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? So me and dude, we literally, when we was at gate guard, we got out the car, out the vehicle, and he was on top of the that man said Fank gangster. I never said I was gangster, but anyway, we was on top of the Humvee with the weapon like that drawn. You know what I'm saying? And then some of us, like, as soon as we felt like an enemy was coming, almost every platoon in our company came to the front where me and dude was at. And then some of the females came in and was on the ground with their weapons drawn this way, and some people weapons was drawn the opposite way of the road. Bro, that shit was fun. Oh my god, I bust my clip, well, my magazine. I bust the shit like literally like 5 times. They was like, start firing, bro. All you hear is boom, 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 boom. My ass is boom, boom, pop, 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 pop. You know what I'm saying? On some Kevin Hart's, pew, pew, everybody going. Let me stop. But nah, but for real though. But yeah, so it was real weapons, but it had blank bullets in them bitches, right? So there was like, I remember we seen a drone go overhead, right? So we seen a drone. Everybody was like, I saw the drone first. I got on one knee and put my weapon in the air. That my weapon said, click. I was like, oh fuck no, what the fuck? I got the weapon like this. I'm like, wait a minute. Click, 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 click. Bro, I tried to pop again. I'm like, bro, my magazine can't. I'm like, what the fuck? Yo, what the? I was like, shit. And bro, we literally had to, we had it to where it was alleged that they was going to be throwing like gas at us, right? I'm talking about actual like gas, CS gas. Everybody, we was required to walk with our gas mask on our hip. Man, everybody and their mom had a gas mask on for real. You understand what I'm saying? So they was like, put your gas mask on. So we literally, I had to take my shit off. So I was like, I had to take the cap off. So I was just like, yo. And there's like, Junior, breathe through the mask. I was like, there's like, take this little screw off. There's like, cause it looked like you struggling breathing. And I took the little cap off. I was like, there's like, you could breathe. I was like, oh yeah, this is better. So everybody, like, it was foggy a little bit in the little clear shit of the mask. So everybody walking with a mask on and their weapon, right? So, bro, I remember it was one night we were literally. I remember one of the sergeants was like Junior. He was a few of us that he picked. Bro, I was on the front line with it. I'm like, shh. He's like, yo, y'all ready to go sneak up on some people? I was like, shit, hell yeah, let's do it. Let's get it. Let's get it. So we literally, they was right around the corner, and me and the sergeant, I ain't gonna, like I said, I ain't gonna name no names, but me and the sergeant was like, this the weapon. He a little older than me. And we was like sneaking up on some people, bro. I was ready to pop some up, bro. That shit was fun as hell. And then you had the moonlight setting and shit. It was at night. And then after that, I remember that one time to where it always had to be me. So it always had to be me inside the little Humvee. But I'm glad I'm back home. But I'm just telling the story. I'm glad I'm back home. But I'm just telling what the hell going on. So that we were literally we was getting there was never a time till we ever got shots fired at us. It was some shit was going on toward the latrines. If you guys are on my actual videos, where the latrines is at, our unit is further like 1,000. I would say like 75 meters away. Our unit, well, the entrance of our unit is like 75 meters away from the latrine. So it was some activity going on at night, and we was like, bro, what the fuck is over there? And literally, where I don't have it on me right now, it's downstairs. But my ACH, some people had the little night vision shit on their ACH, right? So the dude I was with, he put that on, and he put the night vision shit. He was like, it looked like somebody's in the middle of the street, and he got out the vehicle, and he put his weapon on top of the hood of the vehicle. And I'm like, what you saying? And then he said, it looked like somebody's in the middle of the street. And mind you, it's not that dark outside because the light of the moon is shining on everything. But where they're at, it's like dark. Where they're at, you can see like a silhouette of a person, but you can't see the person. So I'm over here looking. I'm like, bro, what the hell? He's like, Junior, do you see that? I was like, sort of, but not really, because they like far. Man, that same time to where when I felt like I saw some shit, that's when I had my weapon, and then literally in the distance, like this where this shit gets fun. The tree line, I would say, is about 300 meters, right? All you hear from straight ahead, like way beyond the tree line, right? Or the wood line, all you hear is boom, 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 boom. I was like, oh shit, here it go. Then to my left, all you hear is boom, 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 boom. I'm like, bro, they moving. Bro, me and dude, I put I still got my weapon on safe. And the shit that they said, you cannot shoot unless they shoot at you. That's some crazy ass shit, bro. In real life though, bro, if you even flinch, I'm busting. You understand? So they're over here. So the same time, we're not getting attacked. This is support fire that we're doing. So literally, the one dude, that's when everybody started coming. Oh, like we was on the walkie-talkies like this, telling people that, like, bro, there's people in the unit. Like, there's people across the wood line that's starting to bust shots. So that's what happened with that situation. And that was me pulling gate guard. We was only doing support fire. That wasn't even at our unit or at our company. But that happened. That shit was fun. I was waiting, bro. I was like, in the morning time, I remember it was times to where it was like people was on some shit like everybody. All right, this is what it is. We woke up one morning, a few mornings at 2 a.m. Imagine this, right? Dark as hell. After a while, all you hear is, in the distance, all you hear is, dun 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 dun. Like literally, this is what you're hearing. Pop 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 pop. I'm like, what the fuck? And then after a while, you hear it's getting closer. I'm like, bro. And then everybody, I'm looking around, man. You got people up, like either up like that or in a prone position on the ground, just waiting on somebody to fucking shoot, just waiting, right? They were supposed to hit us. but they didn't. That shit, I wanted to interact with some shit, bro. That shit was fun though, I ain't gonna lie. So anyway, that was the Wisconsin shit that was going on. And I would get into some other shit, but I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, that particular situation, it, like another situation like kind of threw me off a little bit. Like, bro, a lot of these, do I want to get into this particular part of the story? Because see, this is why you don't date in the military, bro. This is why, bro. I'm doing my job. I'm doing my job, right? And then you literally have, like, I'm hearing this from the younger soldiers, bro. Some of these chicks got rosters of dudes, and they're young. They real young. I'm just like, I'm listening to this. I'm like, wow, that is crazy. But I give, like, a lot of the females take their career extremely seriously, as they should. But the flip side to this coin, though, it's like, bro, this shit can get real messy, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's real. That's go back to what I was saying earlier. It get real cliquish in the military, bro. Click-ish. And I'm like, I ain't got time for that shit. Like, people hating on other people and shit. That's the down part. That's the down part. When you're focused on your career, that's the good part. Like, it gets fun. I'm not gonna lie. It does get fun, but it's like the bullshit that you gotta put up with ooh, Lord have mercy. It's just like, bro, you would be surprised. Like, you have a chick trying to talk to you, and then on the phone with her dude at the crib. Like, literally, I've witnessed it. Like, literally, like, that is insane. Within the unit, like, within your actual unit, you stay away from that shit, bro. Stay away. Stay away. That's the only thing I can tell you, is stay the fuck away from all of that. You understand? Focus on your career. Stay away from that shit, man. It's not worth it. It is not worth it at all. You understand? But other than that, I mean, the shit was fun, you know? Shit was fun as hell. You know? That was fun. It was definitely a learning experience, as far as like you you know, it was a learning experience as far as getting out there in the field. I know what I want as far as like career is concerned. But other than that, I'm just like, yo, this shit is teed up, you heard? This shit is teed the fuck up. And that's word. That shit teed up. I'm just like, bro, shit nice. When it's organized. When it's organized. You know what I'm saying? That's just annual training. I got ACFT to go to literally in October, so I gotta start preparing for that, you know. But other than that, man, I've been seeing a lot of stuff going on. Like, when I got back home, the first thing I did when I got back here to my crib, the first thing I did was, as soon as I got home, I literally was slumped out. I was tired, and I got in my bed of where I'm at now, and I laid it down for like a day. I was tired, like, that, all that heat, all that moving around. I was ready to get back on that bus to come back here. Like, I was ready to get back on the bus, you know. But it did inspire me to want to, like, travel some more. It did inspire me to do that, like, want to get deployed. Not because of the money or whatever, that's part of it. But just want to see other cultures and people living. I want to see other shit, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I want to see my, my top 5 places I want to visit is Italy, Thailand, Puerto Rico, Germany, Korea, and I would put Brazil on that list. I'll put Brazil on that list. The main spots, the top 5, let's say Italy, Thailand, Puerto Rico, Korea, and Brazil. That's my top 5 for right now. Outside of the country, I plan on doing a lot of like traveling, like flying out the country in a minute. That's what I plan on doing. Um, Other than that, that's about it. Like literally, like that's the whole scope of like annual training is we just eating MREs and just like doing regular training, like really nothing to it. It's just like what you saw on the video is what you pretty much got. It wasn't really nothing to it. We wasn't really doing too much, nothing besides maintenance and stuff like that. That's about it for 2.5 weeks. It's about it. And it was hot as hell. So and out here it's about to get cold. So it's already like it's like I'm gonna watch a movie after this. But yeah, that was about it. Like it's about to get cold out here. Like I thought it would be colder than that. I ain't gonna hold you because we're in Wisconsin. But other than that, it was cool. And then next year, the unit is going to California in the desert. So, and that's gonna be for 30 days. But yeah, that whole experience was different. It was different. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole take on the whole Wisconsin thing. Like I didn't really break it down like how I wanted to when I first you're not allowed to have your phones for real until dinner child. But other than that, that's the whole experience of like Wisconsin is like it was definitely different. You can't really explore because Milwaukee, the closest city or town, whatever you want to call it, the closest place that you would go to is Madison, and that's like 45 minutes to an hour out. Madison to Milwaukee is what 2 hours, I believe. Yeah, 2 hour drive from Madison to Milwaukee. And other than that, there's nothing out there. I'm not jacking Wisconsin. I ain't gonna hold you. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, I wanted to go through Chicago, but the bus was not going there. We had stopped in Kentucky. Kentucky's another one that's flat. Missouri is another one that's like flat. They have a lot of like fields out there. Like they have a lot of wind turbines and stuff that goes like around. Like they got a lot of wind turbines and farmland out in the Midwest. Like when you're going through Illinois and when you're going through Missouri, it's a lot of farmland out there. It's a lot. It's very different, very different. So, other than that, it was cool. It was cool. I give it like depending on my experience, I give it like a 6. And then like little sidebar, it was people that was losing their weapon. How you lose your weapon, bro? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, you have people doing that too. Like, literally losing their weapon and stuff like that. You understand? So, yeah. I was like, bro. I mean, they eventually got it back, but it's just like, yo, are you serious right now? You're losing your weapon? Are you serious? That's what we doing? I always had mine on me. Always. In my tent, on my person. Had it behind me. I always had my weapon on me. Always. You understand? But it was cool though. You know what I'm saying? It was mad chill. As far as like outside of the lack of communication or miscommunication, whatever the case may be, it definitely would motivate you to keep pushing. I'm not gonna lie. It definitely would do that. It definitely will. It did that for me. Um but I'm definitely switching. Like I said, I know I keep saying that, y'all, but I gotta switch my MOS. Like I can't keep doing this. I need to see what I like to do for real. Like I need to see and start doing my research and then filling out my packet to switch MOSs, and then potentially switch a different unit for real, for real. Like I gotta see what's out there. You understand what I'm saying? Explore my options. But after that, you know what I'm saying, get my military license, what have you, and then who knows, probably in the civilian world, get a CDL for real. You know what I'm saying? I probably could do that through the army. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. I probably could do that. Get my CDLs through the army, whatever. We'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. I'm not trying to do too much at one time. But other than that, first things first is just switch my MOS and take it from there. You know what I'm saying? But that was my whole rundown of Wisconsin, you guys, and the whole rundown of what happened in annual training. Like I said, October I have my physical fitness test for the Army, and I definitely am putting, you know what I'm saying, I have to eat right for that, and that is within a month and a half from now. So having said all that, I have to do a lot more, I guess you would say weight training and things of that nature. Um, but yeah, other than that, I have that to go on. November, we have something going on. or what have you. But like I said, I have to. I'm trying to switch my unit and I'm trying to switch my MOS. Those two things are like the main thing I'm trying to do right now. And until next time, this your boy Junior coming at you live. You already know where we at. We outside with it. Squad. Keep God first. One.